I really felt way more comfortable this year than I've ever have, and I felt more prepared mentally, physically, and the year before was really good. Where that's all I did was go to ERA rodeos, and that's all I practiced was going fast because all the setups were the same as the NFR,
Right.
and so I got to prepare a lot for that, and that did help a lot. Really did help me with my angles, help me with learning how to get my rope up a little bit better, and
Sure.
find my steers, and stuff like that. And 9 times of the finals, that does help where there's a lot of things that I kind of know what to expect. And like I say earlier too, was going to the gym and doing a lot of things, and almost everything was in 10 reps. And so every time I would think round 1, round 2, round 3, and I wouldn't stop till round 10. And it was like that with everything. When I would get on the treadmill, I'd get on there and I'd walk till it said 0.1, and then when it said 0.1, I'd turn it up to 6.5, and all right, here's the first round. And I would just visualize every run I would want to make in the first round until it turns to 2. All right, round 2. And I would visualize the run I would want to make over and over until it said round 3. And then, 0.3. All right, round 3, here we go. And I would visualize, because I know what first round steers are going to look like, second round steers are going to look like, and third round steers are going to look like. I know in that first round they're going to be breaking, they're going to be running hard. Second ones are going to be pretty good, and then the third ones are going to be the better end. So I would have that in my mind. I would know that, like, steers are going to be this little closer. All right, first round they're going to be a little further. Things like that, to where I would just think about it all the time. And then about 5th round, I know it's going to be harder because you're either high or low at that point in time. Either it's been going good or we go low. So I'd bump it up to 7.5. And I'd visualize what I'm, last half, finish strong. And you get it up to about 7, 8 rounds, or 0.7 at 0.8, and I would bump it up to 8.5. And then just visualize, all right, round 9. I know round 9 is always going to be tough. So, I just visualize that run over and over and over again. And then 10th round, I'm sweating.
Right.
My mind's wanting to quit. My body's wanting to quit.
Trying to find some air.
And, yeah, there's none.
Right.
And I'm not in good shape, and I don't run very fast anyway. But round 9, I'd kick it, or round 10, I'd kick it up to 9. And I would hustle. And my strongest one was always the last one because, that's how bad you got to want it.
Right.
And I would just visualize, man, if I can make this run right here and place in the round and win the average, I might have a chance to win the world. And I'm telling you, I would run my butt off until it said 0.1, 1.1,
Right.
and then I would kind of ease it back down. Well, when I would get to the finals, I kept that same mentality. I've got my run, I know what I'm going to do, and I ain't thinking about nothing until this thing's over. There's guys out there, man, I can't wait to go home. What about you? You ready? And signing autographs, people would be like, "Man, you ready to go home yet?" No, hell no.
Right.
At 25 or 7,000 a round, I don't even know what it pays, but I'm like, that's one hell of a 4th of July.
Yeah.
And I got a chance to win that tonight. Run me in 20 more steers. I'll stay here all month. I don't give a rat's ass. I am going to rope until they tell me to leave, because that is, for what we do, that's great money. And you're not going to drag me out of here until that happens. I don't care if I cut my thumb off. I don't care if my back goes out. I am going to be running them steers.
Right.
Because I practiced for 300 and some odd days to get to this damn thing. I ain't stopping early. And I would just instill it in my mind that that's the way I'm going to be until the 10th round. And I'd kind of run some stats a little bit on myself. And so when I would start my swing and I would feed it where the barrier come across, when I would practice, I would run in sets of 10. So I'd ride my young horses, I'd run 5 on him, and I'd run 5 on them. I'm like, all right, no matter what, I'm going to run this round 1 all the way to round 10. And when I would feed my rope, when the barrier come across, and then find the steer, I was 90 to 100% every time. Every time. And then when I would practice nodding and get my swing up and then throwing at the line, I was probably half to, on a good day, 60%. So I kept the stats on myself of knowing where my strengths are. If I'm going to try to be 3 or a short 4, it's not going to be near as fast. But if I ride my horse and I feed it the line and I find the steer, I'm going to be anywhere between 4.2 and 4.8 if I make a good clean run. So I know where my time is, and I know what my stats are, and I know where my strengths, I know where my weaknesses are. Well, about round 7, round 8, it was kind of right there where I think we was 8th in the average. And I'm like, man, do I jump ship? Do I abandon? What do I do here? Do I go ahead trying to be 3? And Luke, he was the best. I think it was round. I had 4 rounds to go, because I remember me and Luke was sitting back there and we was watching the draw. And he's like, well, what are you gonna do tonight? I said, man, I don't know, man. I said, I know if I go and do what I'm doing, I know I've already missed one, but so I know I'm done missing. If I go take this shot, I know I'm gonna catch the rest of them. Right. I said, but if I go try to be 3, man, I'm probably about half. I said, well, look at it. 4 rounds left, so it means you're gonna win 2. That's 50,000, he said. He said, that's my country ass math right there. That's a pretty good way to look at it, I guess. And I just like, man, I'm going to stick to what I got one more round and see how it goes. Made a good run. I think he was one out. We was one out of place, I think, like in the last 4 or 5 rounds or something. And I wasn't finishing near as good. There's some small little, like I said, it's a game of inches. But for the most part, I finally just made up my mind. You know what? I'm going to stick to what I practice, and I know what my strengths are. I know I'm going to come out of here with a lot of money if I do. And when it was all said and done, I didn't even look really at the average much until it was all said and done. I think we won 5th, maybe. Yeah. And it wasn't terrible. And probably won. I don't know. I think I won 70 or 80. I think something like that. So that was a pretty good game plan.